Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hali Hewa podcast with your host Abigail Kima. This podcast purposes to amplify African climate stories, looking at the impacts of climate change and also amplifying grassroots stories of resilience by communities. Today we are joined by two amazing guests and I will let them introduce themselves. Let's start with you.
Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Njoki. I'm a member of Kambi Moto Youth and Kids, which is a self-help group in Kiamaiko Ward, Mathare sub-county. And it's a group that began in 2017, focusing on empowering young people through dance and art, and also involving kids in different activities to be able to raise them and amplify their creativity as young as they are. Yeah.
Thank you, Liz. It's lovely to have you.
Thank you.
And to you.
Hello, I'm John Ngure, also from Kambi Moto Youth and Kids, KIAK, short abbreviation. Also, so she has talked about the history of the self-help group. Yeah.
Great. It's lovely having both of you today.
Yeah.
So, Liz, I'd love you to share more about what the Kambi Moto Youth and Kids Group actually does. You've talked about creativity, dance, and amplification of young people's voices, but tell us more about what you do.
So, as I said earlier, it began on focusing on youth empowerment, but as time went and through different engagements in the community, we began now partnering with Muungano wa Vijiji SDA Kenya, and now that's where we have begun venturing in issues of waste and creating awareness in the community. We also have a library that now focuses on the kids, because despite them being nurturing them in creativity, we're also trying to help them in the education. So we have a library that supports them. That's on school days. We do not engage them in the different creative things, but now we focus on them having different life skills, having people help them with their homework in our library, which we had support from Challenge Aid, which supported in putting up a few things, although it's not like the normal libraries which have everything, but we are trying. So so far, we now have different programs. We have the one on libraries by the kids. We have dance by the kids. We also have dance by the youths. So these activities actually happen differently because during when schools are closed, the youths are more active. But when now when kids are on holiday, you find them more active compared to when they are in school. So we also now have the different programs on waste. One, we have the Taka for Education, which was funded by the SDA Kenya through the VCA and NLGF Next Level Grant Facility, which involves kids bringing in waste that is recyclable and us turning it into points, which they can then redeem to get stationaries. So these kids are part of our different programs, but we then keep on integrating more kids from the community. And so far, we have reached 50 kids who are now they are our members. But we also have others who come in who are not very they are not there all the time, yes. But we have reached so far 140 households who are aware of our Taka for Education program and who are willing to bring in waste. Where we have had even parents who do not have school-going kids being interested in the program. Then we have the other program on waste, which is a scale-up of Taka for Education, which is Waste for Education. So the names kind of just tie each other, but they are different programs. So the Waste for Education program, we have done the piloting in Valley Bridge Primary School, which is in Kiamaiko, the Lower Kiamaiko, and in partnership with another group, which is Huruma Waste Pickers. So now that for that one, we do awareness creation in schools, empowering the environment clubs, and also focusing on other kids, but mostly the environment clubs. So we have had 60 environment club members in the school who have gone through our program. We have given them multiple education. And in that specific program, we are in partnership with KEPRO. And right now we are in talks with Danish Refugee Council to be able to scale up to other schools. Yeah.
Great. Thanks for sharing that in detail. Yes. And to our audience, for context, we are talking about the Voices for Just Climate Action, which is a program that was implemented for the last 5 years, an advocacy program, and therefore there was need to have more hardware programs, especially at grassroots level, which now brought in the Next Level Grant Facility. And Kambi Moto, as you've mentioned, is one of the groups that received the funding, and particularly on did you say the west side of things?
Yes,
the West
the Taka
program?
for Education project, that was the main thing that was being funded. Yes.
Great. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now we'll move to John to tell us more about NLGF. What was your experience like, from the application to receiving the funds and the work that you've been able to do with that funding? What has that been like for you, and what exactly did you do with that particular funding?
Thank you. So Next Level Grant Facility, I will talk about that. Is a what can I say about it? It is under Voices for Just Climate Action, where I basically filled in the gaps for small, informal organization,
Yes.
community groups, and also marginalized communities. So these organizations are funded by the NLGF. So basically, to upscale their regular actions, I can say.
Yeah. So what exactly did Kambi Moto do with the funding? And what was that experience like for you? What would you say are some of the impacts or the results from what you are able to implement?
So we started Taka for Education program. After applying for the fund, the grant went into accounts, and we had a group discussion on what to do with the money. So we had started a Taka for Education program, which needed funding. So Taka, for the word Taka, means waste, and education, yeah, basically you know that. So these are trash for points, for context, whereby we recycle waste. So waste has value first. When we knew that waste has value, and we can maybe recycle this to the local aggregators and receive cash, we convert them to stationery, where children now get to redeem these points. For stationaries, these are like calculators, exercise books, pencil, rubbers. Yeah.
Great, amazing. And I think one thing that would be important to highlight in this discussion is the fact that, which I love that you pointed out, is the fact that NLGF was really targeting groups that ideally would never receive funding because maybe they're self-help groups, so they don't have like complicated audit reports that maybe most funders ask for. And I think that was such an important aspect of that particular grant, so that we are able to reach the unreachable and enable or push you to at least have a proof of concept, because the next time you maybe want to apply for grant, you can say, oh, we actually received funding from this and this program. Yeah. So beyond what you were able to do, back to you, Liz, the Taka for education. I think people are wondering what are points. I know you said stationery, but just for context, if I am to bring, say, what as a family we had a 2-liter soda in the house, and I don't know how else to dispose that, and I bring it to you, how much, or rather, what is the equivalent of the points, and what stationery am I likely to receive?
So for points, it works like the aggregators. So normally for an aggregator, you get cash. But for the points, we have a record book where we will record every kid's what they brought in, and then over time it's for them now to come and say how much does my points pile up to. So now I can get what I want. So it's basically for someone who has dealt with waste, the different, if it's white paper, that's the more normal papers for the book. And we have cartons, we have quencher, that is the plastic water bottle.
Yeah.
Then we have the hard plastic. So the different, a different amount has different points, because these things have different weight.
Values.
Yes. So you'll find a kid who brings more of white paper, another brings more of plastics. But now you'll find that we have a scaling measure, something to measure, which is not the normal one that is used by other aggregators. And now that's how we condense the weight of their waste to points. So he's in charge of the program. I'm in charge of the waste for education. So he's the one who takes the kids through everything. And something that is very important to note is that these kids up to now, they really know. So if he comes and he sees that it's 2 kgs, he's aware of how many points he has. He does not have to ask. Yes. So, and it has helped us in, these kids are engaged in community cleanups, which we have had in Kambi Moto. And we have also, apart from the waste program, we have also, as a group that began on issues of art, we have had a mural that is drawn. We have a container in Kambi Moto settlement. So if you come there, it's a very beautiful mural, just showing people the need for environment and for conservation, and the beauty of it if you conserve it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we will find a way to to
Yes,
insert
but
the,
we have photos
the
in
mural.
our social media.
Great.
Yes,
Okay, then
yes.
I'll be sure to share that in the description bar.
I will be glad.
Another question that I have maybe to you now that you're actually in charge is she keeps saying aggregators.
Yes.
So maybe expound a bit more on aggregators. Is it, I know aggregation means separation, but assume this is like hata mimi sijui, hata mimi sijawahi kuja huko, so I don't know what that looks like. But how do you work with the aggregators? Are they separate from your group, ama ni part of the group?
So local aggregators, there we take our waste there, the recyclable ones. So local, it's just
It's a facility in the community.
it's a facility in our community. It's a person with own business. So they recycle them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Thanks for clarifying that. Great. So with the NLGF funding that came, would you say there is something that has changed for you within the organization in terms of the projects that you used to implement? In short, what I'm trying to understand is what was your situation before NLGF and after NLGF, please?
So for me, especially as a group member, before the Taka for Education and getting the funds, I did not have a lot of information like I have now on environment, conservation, and climate change. So when we began the project, I had now being very curious on understanding different things on environment. So I think my know-how then and now, it's very different. And being able to now be a champion, being able to raise awareness in my community, being able to make people understand, I think that has changed for me and even for my other group members. Because right now, everyone is very vocal. Like you'll be in a mat and someone is throwing something and unawashwa tu kumwambia, please don't.
Wacha kurusha.
Yes, that's cash. Yes. And also being able to understand that trash is money and people are making a lot of money from it. So now being able to tell that to my community, and now everyone is very like trash is like gold in our community. Everyone is scrambling to keep the years safe. Kwetu takataka inaibiwa literally.
Wow.
Yes. Mtu atakuibia cause anajua hey, you have plastics, you have paper, so akienda apime maybe they'll get 150 shillings. And being an informal settlement, that's something that has helped even different youths apart from our group venture into that. And it has helped like for Kambi Moto, the youths that we have engaged so far, you'll find people who have actually even left crime because now they have the know-how of making money in other ways. Yes. And also us being able, it has created, since we began, yes, people know us as a group, but now they have actually accepted us and we are very loud. Tulikuwa tunajulikana Kambi Moto, but now even ukienda Kiamaiko as a whole, ukienda Mathare, we are known. And also being that as Muungano and SDI, they very much appreciate our work and they keep maybe posting the different groups who have done well. So now people have gotten to see us. And also as an achievement, we were able to be viewed in NTV as one of the groups, yes, as one
Amazing.
of the groups that did well, and also trying to actually show other groups that they can work, they can do as the same project. Like the Mado ya Tumaini, they are part of we are part in talks with them to scale up even to their area. Yes, so that has changed a lot for me.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Do you want to share with us what has changed for you?
I can say social impact to the community and also environmental impact. We instilling discipline to these children to change their behavior and on how they perceive waste has really helped our group. I can also say on environmental impact, there's a cleaner environment now. The drainage system is now cleaner than ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And sorry. Did you want to say something?
So for me personally, I'm not idle anymore. So I find activities to do with these kids and also to teach them on how to champion for climate change. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you both for sharing that. And I think my takeaway from our conversation is the fact that it's a win for the environment. The moment we realize waste is money, and like you said in your community, waste is actually money. And so it is a win for the environment because now everyone wants to make sure waste is taken to the right places. So as we wrap up, beyond the next level grant facility, as Kambi Moto, what are your next plans in the coming years? What are you expecting or anticipating to do?
I can say more partnership, stronger partnership, like KEPRO, Kenya Extended Producer Responsibility Organization, and also in our community, the Kiamaiko Waste Management Network. We also want to partner with them, and also we have also need to partner with Huruma Waste Pickers. Yeah.
Great. That is all lovely to hear because then it means I love the fact that you've talked about the possibility of partnering with some of the groups that are in NLGF, and it means you're able to scale up your impact. So to you, Liz, your parting shot for an audience watching, what kind of support would your organization want?
So as he has said, so for sustainability and after realizing that we can be aggregators, we are now working on coming up with a space or renting up a space to now buy from different people. Now apart and also selling to ourselves. So now we have the money rotating in our accounts instead of taking it to someone else. So at the moment, the best we need support to actually get paperwork because for you to be an aggregator, you have to go through a lot of channels to be one and to get the right paperwork to avoid a lot of confrontations. Also coming up with a space big enough to hold. Since it's trash, we're also looking at how is it affecting the people maybe who will be around the space. So finding a space that is actually kind of segregated from the community a little bit from the residents and being able to sustain it, because it's also not a joke. And also we are looking forward, when we begin it, we can actually employ more people apart even from our groups. Yes, so right now, since we were part of the people who got the second tranche, so we'll be beginning with it. At least we have somewhere to begin. But moving forward, we'll have for more partnerships, since now we actually have 2 projects which are both on waste but running differently. So yes, especially for the school ones, for the piloting in Valley Bridge, we got support from KPRO to have waste bins. So we are looking forward to upscale to 4 more schools in both Kiamaiko and Huruma. So for the waste bins, they are a bit expensive. So if anyone out there wishes to support our work, they can come see us. We are always in the community, so it's very easy to find us. And also we have our Facebook page, Kiamaiko Youths and Kids, Kambi Moto Youths and Kids self-help group. You'll find it. And it has a logo which is black, written in orange, Kiak. Yes.
Maybe I can add something on that.
Yes.
You may think that you're exploiting these children. So we have come up with policies to safeguard us.
Yes.
Me as a supervisor, and also we as a group, and also that child who others may think that we are like exploiting them. So we came up with policies that may safeguard us.
Yes.
And also talking about benefit, we have also partnered with the office of the MCA, where they issued a bursary mainly to our school-going children.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you for for highlighting that, because it's always such a big question when you're working with
Yes.
kids. There's a very thin line between exploitation and mentorship, especially when you're dealing with kids. So it's really, thank you for highlighting that. Great. Is there anything else I might have left out that you want to say before we wrap up?
Yeah. Maybe there are many opportunities in our centers, in our communities. So it's up for the youth to come up with ideas, so that not to always complain to the community or to the world that there is no opportunities. There are opportunities. They have to come up with idea. They have to come up with solutions. They have to identify solution rather than what can I say? Waiting for this large organization to come up with their solution.
Yes.
They must come up with solution, and there you find opportunities.
Yeah. Thank you. And I think it's important to note that even with Next Level Grant Facility, the target focus was on groups or organizations that are already doing something.
Yes.
So nobody will ever give you, I mean, it's possible, but most of the time it's better when you're already doing something. And so the conversation is on how to scale up.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And I'll be sure to share your social media in the description bar. And if anyone would love to reach out to you, I'll be sure to indicate your contacts. So
Thanks
thank you
very
so much for watching this particular episode, and see you on the next one. Bye.